Alright guys, so let's get going and we have the machine number 1 and 4 and 5. So what we wanted to do was if we go with that diagram and really talk in detail and in depth about every aspect of okay, there's yawn number 1 already coming. Okay, so we have server 4 and server 5. It is pretty much ready with failover clustering now because we installed the failover clustering, and then we did after installing failover clustering we did
We tested.
how evaluation, exactly, it's validation actually. So yeah, validation of the cluster, and everyone got the green report there. We are all green compatible.
Not all of us.
Then we have to troubleshoot,
Yes.
and it no, what was the problem there?
Some of them had a problem with the network connection.
It was NAT. Instead of that, we gave it. That's it. Okay, that was the only problem, but we all got the green report. So your machine should be on exactly this page now. Server 4 machine should be on this page. And I ask you, requested everyone that please save it on this page. Yeah? Okay, screenshot number 1. Oh, whoa. Okay, that was scary. So screenshot number 1 is server 4 on create cluster finish. So the cluster, not cluster. Oh, it's a cluster. Okay, it's, I'm hungry, I guess. But this is the first time in my life I was in really near to ordering it, and I had to. Okay.
I can't believe you just didn't tell them I'll be there in a few minutes.
I know, I would understand
Really?
that.
Yeah.
I would
Oh,
understand
okay.
that. I just wanted
She feels sorry about you.
You still didn't make the project marks yet.
Oh.
We just asked where are you. We didn't say come right now.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's going home.
Okay, guys. So where? Yeah. So screenshot number 1, and that is cluster created successfully. I think this was the last screenshot last time. So we start from this, and we just go ahead with our remaining configuration, and that is 05Dec2019. So screenshot number 1. How did you know I was going to say that?
Create cluster wizard successful.
Screenshot number 1 equal.
Cluster created successfully.
Yeah, 1 equal 1. Oh my god.
Because that's the label of the last screenshot in last course, last class, not course. So so screen cluster created successfully. Okay, so guys, after this I can give you some tips about the final as well. That you know, expect the worst. The worst has yet to come. Because really, you got easy marks. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead. Come on, the project was so easy. What project? See? Okay, so project was so easy that he's saying what project? Okay. Okay, guys. So here, that is cluster is created. Now let's just go ahead and click that finish here. Finito, exactly. And once we click finito here, so you get that on the left side, this cluster. So we're on server 4, and we click the finish here, and then
We got an error, all of us.
Operation has failed.
Validation, configuration, didn't complete.
really? How come I didn't get that error?
Maybe it's just probably VMware.
Yeah, because he didn't get the error too.
Oh,
You want us to do the validation again?
Again?
I think we had to run the
Again.
okay, again. Now, so guys, can you take a screenshot of the error?
he just goes.
Oh. Those who still have it, can you take the screenshot of the error? Guys, how to run the validation? There are those who are on the VirtualBox. Well, majority of those who are in VirtualBox, they got the error. Sir?
But I don't remember this time.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to show now. Okay, so here, guys, you can right click on the failover cluster manager, and do you see this validation configuration? Once you right click on the failover cluster, click the validate configuration. I hope everyone's there, those who got the error, right? And then once you click that validate configuration, so you can see this wizard, click next. the point is that it's going to take validation of server 4 and 5. So you need to add server 4 and 5 now by name. So let's click browse here and just type server and check name. Type server and check name and server 4 and 5. 4 and 5, right? Right. Okay. So press OK here. Server 4 and 5, guys. If everyone got it, press OK. Next, right? Go for the longer test, the recommended one. Really? Okay, press OK here, and if this doesn't work, if it doesn't show like this, maybe you have DNS error, and you must have the server 1 powered on, obviously, and it should be communicating through the DNS name resolution. Oh.
I cannot find server 4. You too?
You both have server 1 up and running?
Yeah. I can't bring the firewall is on. But still.
Like,
No worries, no worries.
see?
Check name.
Run all tests, right?
Yeah, all tests.
When they put check name, he doesn't find it.
Oh, for him. Oh. Both?
Do we select the
Oh,
cluster?
it's not communicating with the Active Directory right now.
But I can't make it.
You can? So go for NSLOOKUP in command prompt.
Start both computers.
No, no.
If you started 4.5 first and server 1 later, well, the thing is that Active Directories. So sign out, sign in both from the and try it.
Comes up with server 1.
Yeah, okay. Which is good. So yeah, restart at least server 4, which is not communicating. And those who got it, let's click next. And yes, it's run all tests recommended. And next. And then
Just sign out and sign in again.
sign out, sign in. Okay.
No, you told me to start.
Okay, guys, next and done. Because I'm done. So because it's just working for me, so that's why it's showing this. For you, it will just run the test, right?
Then we came to that page. I wanted to know what to click. Was next there? Just click next.
Oh, then wait.
Yeah.
So you all got the error, but this means if this is coming here,
Yeah, what you should do.
validation. First one is disk witness and quorum. Everyone seeing that? First of all,
I can see that.
everyone seeing that, right? So okay, that means yes, right? Oh, okay. So cluster 1, the disk witness is not supposed to be used, so you can just select the cluster 2 and cluster 3, cluster disk 2 and 3. If everyone got that,
Wow.
I love it. When you all are not here, I just keep moving up and down. Don't tell anyone. Okay. So
There is a camera.
yeah.
Is that gonna be the
Now you tell me. No, I wish. Yeah. So select cluster disk 2 and 3. And that's it. Click next.
Next.
And then next again.
Next again.
And then it runs the
Why am I doing that? Yeah. So next.
Again.
That's what you say. Okay.
No, again. What?
I think it should just finish quickly. Why did I say that?
Yeah, we hope so.
It's gonna be
No,
again.
just 2 and 3.
Okay, I'll fill up water and don't text me that.
You're gonna take mine.
water?
We're gonna take
Like
mine.
coffee.
to mine.
You might as well take the time to go get coffee.
No, it's.
When SQL's installed.
I think for SQL installing.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, by that time, the morning will be closed.
I feel guilty about it.
I mean, literally, I'm sitting there on the stage watching him. He gets to the front of the line, and I thought he ordered, and then he walks off to the elevator, and I'm like, oh, okay, better go cost him.
At least me, I don't know about the son. I just text, where are you? First of all, I text him, are you coming? And he said yes. I just said, where are you now?
No, we can go early.
I'm just kidding.
You're the one who threatened him.
Poor guy. He literally, I watched him stand in line and get all the way to the front of the line.
No, actually, it's our fault. I remember now. Wasabi said this. You have 4 minutes remaining.
Failure.
What?
Okay.
You have 4 minutes
What are you
remaining.
Man, he scared me.
Not yet.
Not yet.
You have 4
Expecting.
minutes remaining.
What do we do like a coffee?
No.
Small double double. 4 minutes remaining.
Small double double?
No, it's because when it finishes, we need to go quick. So today it's not
We're still gonna go grab coffee with me.
So we can grab your.
Yeah. Bonus mark though.
Oh, okay.
No, no, no. Mine just for the 8 grand.
A plus.
Yeah, if we need from the 8 to 8.
No, no, no. The certificate.
Oh yeah, we had a
Yeah.
already like okay. Talk about it. That okay. It's
Hey. I wanted to win.
oh yes, exactly. So A plus. Yeah.
Could you send that to? Can I send an email to you fast for that to the A plus certification document?
Well, sure. Guys, anyone wants the A plus and Network Plus and VCP and any of the certification material, just email me. So I'll send you that. Go ahead and pass the exam. Get the job.
After A plus, what is the next?
Okay. If you just put that email that can you give me the recommended, I'll just give you this is a must for the market.
I saw red one.
For the beginner?
What is your done?
Well, okay. I'll tell which ones are for beginners, which ones are for medium, and then advanced level. I'll categorize that.
Yeah, I got it finished. What should do next?
No, no. Take.
You're done already?
Oh yeah.
No error messages.
Way to go. Oh, you started.
Yeah, started I finished.
Finish as well.
Yeah, see? Because I
You
troubleshoot.
kidding me?
Yeah, it's troubleshoot.
You done well.
So yeah, no error.
And no error? Very good, very good.
Thank.
Oh, look.
Thank you, sir. So we have one, sir.
So guys, I hope
Because we didn't click
Mr.
finish.
Late,
That's
always
why
late.
something went wrong in there.
in the background it did not actually.
You're late today.
No, what do you mean? For classes.
But
Like,
sir,
what the thing in your life?
But
For
it
restaurant.
doesn't show the sales cluster.
yeah, on the side I don't have nothing. They have.
Because we're gonna be. So you also started? Okay, I was just showing them, right?
No, it pressed
Yeah, so you don't have to do this, right?
He doesn't get. He pressed finish the same way I did. But on the side he has another thing under that
Yeah.
we don't have.
Oh, that is his cluster got created successfully, and I think it's VMware and VirtualBox difference. So guys, is it done for everyone?
Yeah.
Okay, so on the left side, you don't see this, right?
No.
Anyone seeing this? Can you raise your hand? Those who is seeing this, sales cluster. Okay, one. No one else is seeing this. I think you're seeing also this, right? Okay, I'll raise for you. Okay, so you're so shy to raise that. It's so heavy. Okay, so okay, on your behalf, I've raised that, right?
You should connect to clusters, sir, to be able
So yes, I already have the cluster. I don't need to create that, but I'm just showing you, right? So guys,
You
here,
want me to show them?
yeah. So I'm showing you how to do the next steps as well, and create the cluster. Oh, the
Oh, that's right.
several gangs are missing today.
I know, right?
The gang here and gang back there. Okay.
We didn't click that one, sir. That's the reason.
Did you click finish already?
Yeah, I said to click finish. What do you mean?
But last time he told us to do that.
Okay.
We forgot. It's okay. Create the cluster now. So we can,
No. Validation test is done, right?
We can connect, right?
Yeah. So guys, did everyone click finish?
Yes. What do you mean no? You just delayed.
You click finish, right? So if I rewind the video, did I click finish?
No, the first thing you said was click finish at the beginning. That's where y'all got an error.
Sir,
No, the first one, right now,
Is last week? Yeah, you said to
last week.
Not the
Okay, so so guys, this is that when you see the finish, you just are so tempted to click it. And yeah, last week I said that please do not click finish if you remember. Oh, but anyway, now this was not selected, right? Create the cluster now using the validated nodes. So I'm gonna do the finish as well because you did it all, right? So I could show you how to create a cluster now.
it's still with me. Already shown.
Click finish.
For those,
What are you clicking finish? What do you mean?
so guys, I finished because majority of us finished. Otherwise, at that time, you were supposed to just wait for my click, right? But I think today we're in a rush. So if
I
you
have it.
I don't have it. Wait a minute, what did you stop?
guys, so guys, when I do ask that who has it and not, then tell me, right? Okay, but since we're volunteering, that's also good. Now what we need to do is create a cluster. Is there now you don't see that obviously here. If I right click here on the top, do you see this?
Yes.
So let's click create cluster for those who are not seeing the sales cluster, only those guys who do not see the sales cluster, you can go ahead. Others, wait for me, right?
Wait, Basa.
Yeah, so wait for some. So create cluster here. Once you click the create cluster, so does this screen come up, right? Okay, for those who do not see the sales here on the left side, then we go next, and does it exactly this screen comes now?
Yes.
So we already tested that, right? So this is what happens when we click finish, and I never click that. So the Einstein rule was not followed. I no click, you no click, right? So you all clicked while I no click. So that's the opposite of Einstein rule. So okay guys, so I'm just gonna click browse here. You know the drill now. So okay, so server. So when I click, only then click, right? My finish is there and you all click. I don't know why did you, so on last day you're not following the rules, huh?
This way will not work. It will tell you server 4 and 5 is already joined.
Oh, it's already joined this. Okay.
You should use connect cluster, not create.
Okay, so yeah, we could have found out when, if everyone has not clicked the finish, we could have found out that. Guys, instead of going the long way now, everyone already started, or you're following me now? We're following, we are following me, right? Okay, so that would be very good. First of all, just watch on the screen. If this happens, I'm just gonna click cancel here, and then click cancel. You can stay there, and if I right click here, is there a connect to cluster option there? So those who are, first let's test the shortcut. If this doesn't work for you, then we will go the same way, but do not click any finish button when you see that. Do not click any close button when you see that until I have clicked it. Do not click it, right? Hey, that was the day one we were, I was saying. Okay, so okay guys, here let's those who are following me, please cancel and come here. Let's do the shortcut. If it works for you, that's good. We don't have to go the long way then. This is this. Cancel that screen that you have already right now, and if you right click back here, there's a connect to cluster here. So connect to cluster, and do you remember that the last time what name we gave? The name I gave here, sales cluster. This is the name we gave last time. So right click here and connect to cluster. Let's just try that, because you've already gone through that validation and did that. So we're just testing it. So you can all type here the same name, because you must have given that same name last time. So sales cluster, right? Yeah. So no, but is it coming for others?
If you click on the browse, you will have it there.
Sales cluster, and that's the name, and the rest is this dash your first name, sales cluster dash your first name dot SQL domain dot local. So guys, go ahead and fill it up exactly like that. I'm just gonna make it bigger. See this? So instead of my name, obviously your name, just type it all and press OK, because I'm already connected, but I want you to get connected. So once you type exactly sales cluster dash your first name dot SQL domain dot local and press OK, you see that? Okay. So connect to cluster is working for Shannon. Is it working for anyone else? It's working. For anyone it is not working. For anyone it is not working, please raise your hand. I'm saying thank you. Thank you very much. You saved half an hour more. Okay. So guys, for any of you it's not working, let me know. Otherwise, if you are connected, so you should see on the left side now this thing, sales cluster, because exactly when we were going ahead, we could have seen that error at the end of it, but thank you Basan for that. So here, are we able to expand that, and you see the roles and nodes and storage and networks? I hope everyone's seeing that. So when we go to roles, so there is that nothing is on the right side, because we haven't put any role. So why did we create the whole failover cluster? Because we need to make something highly available, right? So that something is called a role. So whatever you install on top of it that is highly available, is the role. So this means next week, what is a role? If I ask in FC, what is a role in FC?
It was the teacher's
FC is failover cluster. So if it's just FC, don't be confused with that because that's the freshest topic here. If it's KFC, then yes, it will be confused, but FC is failover cluster, right? So if I'm using abbreviation, because it's an open book, so you should not be confused in that. Okay, so roles, and then we're going to be installing obviously the SQL Server role here. If we go to Node, so do you see this? Node Server 4 and Server 5, both are up, assigned board, current board. So do we see that?
Yeah.
Screenshot number 2 is click that nodes. If it's both green, take a screenshot number 2. So click the nodes. If both are green, take screenshot number 2. So screenshot number 2, nodes, cluster nodes are up. Cluster are up. Okay, so that's screenshot number 2, cluster nodes are up, and let's go ahead and storage. If we go to storage here and expand that, so this is storage, and you go ahead and expand that, so there's disks here, and you can see the disks here, available storage is there. So the data disks are the two which are saying available storage, and the disk witness is the witness disk that will check if the active server is down. If the active server is down, it will help the passive server become active. So witness disk is there. Let me just write that because I really want this in the exam in a very tricky way. Yeah.
Your order now is server 4, right?
4 and 5. You don't have 4 and 5?
Showed there.
This one?
Yeah, it showed.
Oh, okay. Yours is showing 5, right?
Yeah, like you.
Doesn't matter.
So guys, it is different. You know what does that mean? Okay, since that's a very good point, I was going to explain that at the end of introduction to all this. So while I was writing first the disk witness, then after that I'm going to tell you, if you see 5 here, that is your active server right now. If you see 4 here, that is your active. It can be random. It doesn't have to be the 4 or the 5 for everyone. It can be random. It's automatically selected which one will be active, which one will be passive. So I hope the screenshot shows that already. So what I was talking about was disk witness in quorum. I'm just going to type here some information about that. So in FC, the disk witness in quorum makes sure that the active machine is up, makes sure about the information. So it's just information about the information that the active machine is up, and if the active VM crashes or is not available for some reason, then it is witness disk's job to let passive or standby VM know about it and let it become active. So it will just tell the passive, hey passive, wake up, you're on, you're the active now, and I just witnessed that the active machine is down, right? So it will tell the passive to become active. Okay, so now this is the point for witness disk. So if there's a question on witness disk coming in the next week, so be ready. Okay, now this is, oh, I didn't put the witness disk. Disk.
We put disk before, so I'm wondering, is it witness disk or disk witness?
It is actually witness disk. Okay. In FC, the disk witness. Okay, you're right. That's my mistake. Thank you.
Here we have a disk witness, not witness. Yeah, if you see, assigned to disk witness.
Okay, then that.
So this witness this. See? There.
Disk witness. Hey, I was right.
But your second one.
But I'm hurt now.
Your second one.
Okay.
So you had it both ways. Which one it was?
Yeah, I was just following that one. So disk witness. Exactly. So okay, guys, here disk witness, and the final exam is next week, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The other one just said this witness too. One further down the next line.
Oh, okay. So that is also disk witness. Hey, today you're becoming Bassam. It's okay. Okay. So anyway, so disk witness is exactly. You're right.
What you prefer?
Well, because if you type that and someone
Oh,
goes to study
definitely.
the wrong way,
Definitely. It can be confusing.
Always do tricky things like that.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that put that on me as well. Okay. So yeah.
If I tell you that you have one message.
Okay, so guys, let's go ahead, and I'm trying to crawl ahead now. So here, there's that disk. The pools, you won't find anything here because we don't have a disk pool here. If you've heard about the JBOD, ever heard of JBOD? JBOD, and that is just a bunch of disks. It's just 2, 4, 8, 10 disks that are mirrored together, and you can just go to Canada Computers and you can buy those disks and attach them to this server. If those disks are connected to the server, it will detect them in the pools as well, and it can use it for storage as well over the network, right? Then we go down to store networks here. So why there are two networks here? Did we create two networks here? When you go down to networks, cluster network 1 and 2. What is the purpose of two networks here? No.
That's what I mean.
Standalone?
Standby.
Standby. No.
Active one person.
So let's click that. Let's click the cluster network 1, and if you go down here, if you click the cluster network 1, you can see.
The NAT and the other one. So because we have two network adapters.
Yeah. Why? Why do we have two network adapters?
One for the domain and one to get outside the internet. One for the heartbeat.
Heartbeat, exactly.
The 10 one was that.
10 1. Okay. Bonus point now. Okay, their bonus point are just bouncing. Bonus. Okay. So, so the first one is for heartbeat. The second one is the regular network. If you click the second one, it is the regular network here. 192.168.200.0. I'll make sure that in the final you don't sit. You sit somewhere else. Okay.
I will sit beside you.
The- So cluster network 1, we put 10.0.0.1. Suppose it says 192. It's okay. Doesn't matter. That's okay. Okay, guys. So here, if you see that, can you drag this up? This one, like this. Drag up. Drag up. So that's it. Just one screenshot where you put cluster network 1, which is cluster only. Just select that, and 10 range should be showing. So screenshot number 3 is that FC cluster network 1 is heartbeat network. Yep.
I have that for two.
Which is okay. So guys, suppose your cluster network 1 is not showing 10, it is showing 192. Then whichever is showing 10, the heartbeat, select that. In your case, if it is 2, go for 2.
Thank you, sir.
Well, so whichever shows the heartbeat, just select that, take a screenshot. Whichever shows the heartbeat, select that and take a screenshot. Wow. Full gangs are not there, then half of the gangs are there. I mean, group of friends is group of friends, I mean.
I think I heard a lot of people got confused. They thought that when you said the Tuesday class was thing, it was both Tuesday and Thursday.
Yeah, and you forgot to say that was just Tuesday.
Well, you only said Tuesday, but you didn't say you were going to email. Or
No,
I
last
think
week you said
No,
like
last week
we are
you
gonna
said
have a
they're
class
gonna-
next week.
Yeah,
I think people got the Tuesday email and they're like, oh yeah, Tuesday and Thursday.
I'm pretty sure that will be the reason for them whenever I ask that.
When you
I'm
ask
sure
the
they will
video,
say that.
Yeah, they'll see when that.
Doesn't matter. It's
So, yeah. Because if there was no announcement, so it's just like I know click unit. Okay, I know announcement. Assume. You know miss class. Okay.
You always come even if you can't.
What are we calling this screenshot?
What are we calling the screenshot exactly? That's okay.
Heartbeat network.
So screenshot number 3 is
Anson.
wow. We dedicate that to Anson actually. Whoa. So it's FC network with heartbeat configured. So FC network with heartbeat configured. So whichever network is showing 10, that's your heartbeat network. So just click that. Normally I create a WhatsApp group of all the students in other colleges, but I never did that in this college. Maybe maybe they don't like it, because then we can announce easily. Oh. Okay, so here,
Everybody.
Except you.
yeah. So who doesn't use his net WhatsApp?
In our group, only him.
No, it doesn't.
Weirdos.
He only uses it because of that.
I couldn't say that, but I wanted someone to say that. So
He only uses it because Anthony told him to use.
okay, so alright guys, so let's go for the next task here. And I want to show you one more thing, and that would be another screenshot here. And that is, if you go to the sales cluster on the top, guys, this is very important. Sales cluster, once you select that, what do you see here as the current host server? So I see server 4, but some of you might see server 5, some of you might see server 4. So anyone can tell me what is the current host server mean really?
Yeah.
Active, exactly. So whichever is the active. Okay.
Question.
Yeah.
Is it just a difference in logo between VMware and Oracle, or because ours just shows the server cluster with green lights, and yours has a little icon with a triangle and a red thing at the top. No, top right, top left corner.
Oh, top left, this
Yeah,
one.
that icon.
No, that has nothing to do with the
Just the
VMware.
icons. Okay.
It is just an icon that is showing there.
No, mine.
Yeah, my icon has not.
I think it's you have errors.
Because the one who has errors, that's
Okay, that's why. I was trying to figure out why it looked different.
So yeah, if there are errors, then it will show, otherwise it won't show. Okay guys, so there's wrestling going on here. Okay. Oh, okay. So, okay guys, this current host server, now those who are missing the class, I'm going to be still sending the message, hey, those who missed the class, please watch the video. Questions are coming from this lab, right? So, and, oh, that's even better. Only this lab. Okay, so current host server is an active server. Current host server is a active server. So this means that end user connection or the application connection will actually be done on whichever is the active server, right? So let's go for the rest of the tasks here. If you go back to the screenshot, all we need to do now is, oh, not screenshot, the diagram. So all we need to do now is place that SQL server here and place the SQL server here one by one. And once both SQL servers are installed, we're going to create a SQL service on top of that, and that SQL service will be highly available. Yeah, finally. Where are my feelings now? Okay, so let's go ahead, guys. Why are we putting SQL server on both?
So that we could crash.
Okay, we could say it better. So we could make it highly available.
Machine to go to after it crashes.
So?
Highly available.
High availability. We are offering SQL Server high availability. That's what you need to say. We are offering machines high availability. That's why putting SQL Server on top of the two machines here, right? You can put here web server. You can put here print server. Any server you put on top of FailoverCluster, it will be highly available. So that was the purpose of creating a FailoverCluster. FC. So let's discuss in detail what is FC again. Okay.
What's FC? I don't know what's FC. Can you tell me what's FC?
Okay.
So we should install SQL now.
Huh?
We are going to install SQL.
Yes. Let's go ahead, guys. Now, what we need to do is, we need to, huh?
The ISO file.
Yes, we need to map the ISO file to server 4 and 5, and we will start one by one the SQL installation on 4 and 5. So, but it's not going to be a regular or normal installation. We're going to go another way because this is on top of a FailoverCluster. The installation starts on a different page. It doesn't start the same way as we've been doing till now, right? So in last class, I have, guys, are you able to see week 13, week 12, week 14 if you're logged into OneNote? Or you're not logged into OneNote? Okay. Okay. I think you need the OneNote on final exam day.
We need that for final.
So what we're doing?
Exactly, you're right.
So the SQL server will be on top of FC.
Yes. So first FC is installed on both machines, and it makes high availability service there. High availability service is available now on both machines. Whatever application you want to put, you need to put it on the top of FC, and that application will be highly available as well. But first you always install FC, then you put any application on top of that. And this SQL on FC is the most important configuration in any company, in any critical network there. So guys, now there is that screenshots on week 13. If you are able to see that, no, and you're on OneNote.
Yeah.
You see week 13, right? Okay. No, do you see this screenshots? Okay, you do see that. So that's what we're about to do now. So this is what we have done already. Configure failover cluster networking, storage, create failover cluster, test it by switchover and failover. Okay, we didn't do that. So then install SQL Server on both servers, do crash test of SQL Server, and check if the SQL services are still available from the surviving server. Once we do that, then we start.
Review for fun.
Can we do final exam today, not come next week?
What?
But
See?
what are you talking about?
So let's beat him up after the class. Yeah. Okay. So okay.
Yeah, but some of the stuff comes from the video.
You can't open the video.
So if you want to miserably fail, yes, sure. So
He's just kidding you. Of course we won't have it.
okay, guys.
Taking up time.
So on server 4, we need to install, and server 5, we need to install SQL Server. So you know that the first, the only prerequisite or most annoying prerequisite is that you need to have .NET Framework 3.5 features.
That's why I mentioned one thing. We don't have internet on both.
So we can have internet by adding a third network card now, and put it on NAT by after shutting down the machines,
Why don't you just
and then refreshing it.
just change the IP?
No, we need that for failover.
Do not change the IP, guys. Do not change the IP.
We'll stay the whole day.
I hope.
Start by shutting down the machines now.
So guys, how do we put .NET Framework 3.5? With the internet?
Yeah, we need.
We don't need internet for 3.5.
We just need for install and SQL.
Yeah. So guys, first of all, we need to install 3.5. Let me just.
Yeah, we need the disk
Yes.
for server.
Exactly. So guys, let's go to server 4. Attach that SQL Server ISO to the DVD of server 4, and then let's consider installing 3.5 .NET Framework on server 4. Then we do the same thing on server 5. So let's do that. Let's go to server 4 now, and in server 4, I'm just going to right click on server 4 here, like Aziz, server 4, and then we go to settings, and then we go to DVD, server 4, settings, DVD.
Devices. It's different from VMware.
Oh, serious. Yeah.
Devices optical.
Yeah.
So you need to attach the ISO. So what I can give you as a task, attach the ISO of SQL Server
It's already
to server 4. It's already attached?
just like quick check.
Let me know if you don't have that SQL Server ISO attached to the DVD. Otherwise, server 4 and server 5 SQL Server is attached or not. So ignore this one because this is in VMware Workstation. But I'm going to come to a machine. If you are unable to do that, let me know. Raise your hand that I cannot attach the SQL Server ISO to the DVD. If you are unable to, let me know.
Which ISO you need to install?
SQL Server.
No, we need that for .NET first.
So guys, okay, let me just write that here. The steps. The next steps are these. So the next steps, lab steps. So yeah, exactly. So in order to make SQL Server highly available on top of failover cluster, we need to do the following tasks. And the first one is on server 404. Let's attach the ISO of SQL Server 2014 to the virtual DVD of server 0. Okay, we already covered that. So on server 4, right? And do the same for server 05.
But before of that, we should attach the ISO for Windows Server to be able to install the document, right or not?
Yes, which is already installed.
No.
Okay, so the first thing is, guys, obviously we were talking about 3.5 .NET framework, and since there were so many questions coming, let me just blame it on someone here for the mistake that I was doing. The thing is, first thing, .NET framework. So I'll just remove this now because that's the second step. .NET framework is the first, which is not actually done by .NET framework. So last time, in fact, we first started the SQL Server installation. Then we were stuck with the .NET framework. Then we came back and replaced the DVD with, exactly, we did that last time. So we're gonna do it directly now. So .NET framework, for that installation, we need to attach the Windows Server 24 hour. I missed my coffee. Remember that always. So there's a distraction here. So .NET framework installation, we need to attach the Windows Server 2012 R2 ISO to the virtual DVD. Seriously, virtual DVD of server 04 and 5. And I think it is already attached. So for .NET framework, it is 2012 R2, and after that, we're gonna go for ISO of SQL Server, and we're just gonna start installation of. But do not start that SQL Server installation. First, look at my installation because this installation is different from the regular SQL Server installation. So the first step is make sure that you have the Windows Server 2012 R2 ISO attached to the Server 4 and Server 5. Is it?
Yes.
Okay, so it's for some reason it's not for me, so I'll just go for Central GBsoft. Okay, and so this is VMware Workstation, and alright guys, so I'm just going to minimize that, and since we need to install .NET Framework, so where do we go? On Server 4, go to Dashboard and go to Add Roles and Features, and then go to Next. So it is 4. Let me just make it bigger. So I hope I'm not going too fast. If you want me to repeat, let me know. Okay, Next. And then it's not in the roles, it's in the features. So let's go to Next until you see this. So let's click that. Once you click the .NET Framework 3.5, just be careful. Don't go next till the end. Because there's a reason we attached, or we wanted to make sure that we attached the Windows 2012 Server ISO. So once you select that 3.5, click Next here. Now this screen is the tricky one. Do you see all specify an alternate source path? If you all see that, so this is going to grab some of the .NET Framework files from the DVD, from the ISO, right? Not all files are there in the operating system. So that's why we're confirming that you have the Windows 2012 R2 attached to the DVD or not. So guys, I hope you're there. Specify an alternate source path. If you want me to repeat that, let me know. Okay. So specify, and if you specify that, now it's better not to assume that you have Windows Server 2012. I'm sure you must have seen it already, because we need to exactly put this path where your CD-ROM drive letter is D:/sources /SXS, right? So, but is the DVD there or not? I'm just gonna double check that. While the screen is there, I'm gonna go down to the yellow folder and simply, yes, if I just check that DVD here, yes, this is the Windows 2012 R2. I'm just making sure it is there, and it is the drive letter is D. So it should be the same for everyone. So we're just gonna type here exactly the above path, and that is D:/sources SXS. Okay, since they put that backslash as well. So if you have put this exactly, then press OK and next. Now we're good. So if exactly this path is the same way, and make sure that the colon is it is up there, and it is D. So press OK here. If it requires a restart, go ahead and click that button. If it requires a restart, it will. Otherwise, it won't. So press yes here and install. So we need to do exactly the same thing on server 5. After that, we deploy the SQL server. Already done? So server 05. I'm just gonna go there, and on server 05, well, it's just showing the last screen where FailoverCluster was successfully installed. So I just need to close that screen on server 5 in server 5 for that. Now I don't want to assume that. I'm gonna double check if Windows Server 2012 R2 is attached to. In my case, it is not. In your case, it is, but in my case, it's not. So I'm just gonna select that ISO here as well. Oh, okay. Oh, regular customer? No. He has been really working hard. He has been performing very good. Alright, guys. So what we need to do is, well, you can go ahead if you remember all the steps. I'm just gonna go to that page, dashboard. That I'm coming there. So next. It's 5 now, right? On server 5, you just select 5, and then next, and go to features and. Yes, sir. I'll go there.
I'm just asking if you wanted him to go instead. No, not close.
Okay, this means do you have the for the sequence over here? So we need a Windows 24 R2. So we'll just go to devices. And then have the tools. Okay. It's been 1 hour just to install both. Oh, you already did.
Yeah, 5 again. Unless you have 6.
So later, yeah, same thing on server 5. And later we're going to change it to SQL server. You got it?
Okay, finish that. Can't cancel it.
Yeah.
Finish it.
You got the SQL server? No, Windows 20.
And add those
This
features.
supposed to be
Remove those
Windows 20.
features. On here.
Yeah, those devices.
Will you do that one too?
Oh.
Yeah. Good job. So no screenshots, right?
Yeah. For now, no. So Windows 20.
So add those features. You removed it.
In the rollback. So that has to be attached to the DB. So guys, Windows Server 2012 R2 needs to be attached to the DB. Did you email me the college ID or in the break? This college ID. I forgot. All right, guys. Yes, sir.
From server 5, can you add features for server 4? Like, because they ask you for, right?
Well, if the firewall is off, yeah.
Like, because they asked for, before, previously those tools didn't come.
Yeah, you have to add those servers here in the all servers as well. Then. So, but yes, it works. Normally, they give an error that 2 or 3 services are not available, and then it might not work. So you can try even now. And okay, guys. So yeah. Yeah. Oh, did I say yes? Click next. Server 5, and I'll just go to roles and then features. I'm connecting. So I'm on server 5 now. I'm exactly going to do the same thing. So guys, if you're getting an error, please let me know. If you're getting an error, please let me know. Right? So .NET Framework 3.5 and next, and then specify an alternate source path, and then we put yes, Basam. What we put? D colon backslash sources backslash. Huh?
Ask him what he's laughing. Same reason.
I said SXX. You are a bad boy.
Okay, so let's press OK here and click the restart button. And
Install.
how did you know that? Okay, so why is it okay? Now it clicked. And oh, okay. Install.
And it succeeds.
Is it success?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So here,
We'll have access because of by the
server 4 and server 5. If the SQL Server .NET Framework 3.5 is installed successfully in both of them, then the next stage is that we install SQL Server, and Basam knows how to install the SQL Server on a failover cluster. You're on that screen.
You want me to follow the screenshot?
Well, the screenshots are there, but there are some, one missing as well. So that's the gap I'm going to fill up.
You click
Oh. So it's done on server 4, but you need to make sure, actually, it's done on server 4. You don't really need to wait for server 5. So I'm just going to go to server 4 here, and it is done for me. I hope it is done for everyone, right? So let's click close on server 4. If we go back to the screenshots here, so this is where we were. So first was the .NET Framework. We did that. Now I was just mentioning here on the screenshot on week 13, give internet connection to both server 4 and 5. Why? Once .NET Framework is installed, then start SQL Server Wizard and choose new SQL Server installation, exactly where the screenshot shows here. We're going to go for installation, but then we're not going for standalone this time because we're going to go for new SQL Server failover cluster installation and add a node to a SQL Server failover installation, failover cluster. So new SQL Server failover cluster installation, we're going to select that.
don't forget to add the net card.
No, we haven't given the internet connection yet. So we're just discussing that, but during that SQL, we need internet connection. So definitely, I'm pretending that I knew that, but I actually got it from you. Thank you very much. So yeah.
You did say that.
Yeah, that we need internet. See, I knew that. Okay, so guys, so we're going to go for that installation, but obviously the SQL Server will not go ahead if you're not connected to internet. So what we need to do, I'm just gonna write those. No, don't change the IP. That will actually disturb all our configuration. So let me just type that. What are the next step here? So we need to obviously now attach the SQL Server 2014 ISO to the DVD of server 4 and 5 because .NET Framework is done. After this step, or even before this step, what you can do is shut down server 04 and server 4, 5. Okay, so server 4 and 5. Add or enable or activate the third NIC network card and give it NAT. Also refresh the MAC address. So then power on both VMs. So there it is. We need to shut down server 4 and 5. activate the third NIC and give it NAT. Also refresh the MAC address for both server 4 and 5 and power on both VMs and log in from SQL admin. Log in from SQL admin. So these 4 things, please make sure that you've done that. These 4 things. So if you're having issues with any of these steps in red, let me know. So are we all doing that? So 4 and 5, we need a third card activated that needs to be connected to NAT. In my case, I'm going to be adding in VMware Workstation without shutting down, and that's VMware because it is $300 software and VirtualBox is free. So here, shut down server 4 and 5. Okay, so that's going to take time, right? Then we have enough of that time. You guys look too fresh today. Like you came from a party or something.
Who told you?
Hmm?
Who told you?
Yeah, going to a party.
Can we attach two ISO file, like one ISO file to two workstations?
2 workstations.
Yeah, I mean in our case, can we attach for example SQL?
Same ISO file.
Yeah.
That's what we already are doing. That same ISO file is attached to server 4 workstation.
Can use both of them at the same time.
Oh, VMware Workstation and VirtualBox.
No, the ISO.
No, I mean.
So if the ISO file, the one disk, is attached to both virtual machines, can both virtual machines access it at the same time?
The ISO file in which virtual disk? Oh yeah, I have to check that then.
Because we did the .NET framework here, and they did the .NET framework there, right? But if both of them are trying to do it at the same time, would you have a conflict?
Then you should be going for PowerShell script for that remotely. And yes, it is. You can deploy that on thousands of machines at the same time. Thousands, not just 2. Guys, is it done? Okay. Because then I'll just do it quickly in VMware Workstation.
Okay, now install. Good for you.
Wow, we all had the access to that $300 software, and we were forced to use VirtualBox.
Jackie forced me.
Hey, I've that recorded now.
Good. Go.
Done, everyone? Let me know if not, you're not done. Oh, this means we're done. So if you're logged into this, I'm just gonna quickly do that now. These 4 steps here on server 4 and 5 both, right? So I'll right click on. We just need to add the third network card that is connected to NAT. So in fact, my second one is connected to NAT as well, but I'm just gonna go ahead and add network adapter on 4. Finish. 4. .NET framework. I'm adding the third network card that is also NAT. In my case, don't be confused about that. So, in my case, the heartbeat network cards both communicated on NAT as well. Alright guys, so server 4, server 5 both have NAT. This means, can you confirm on server 4 and 5 by going to the website, and if you see Trump there, this means you're connected to internet. Or if you see Trump impeached, then you're connected to internet. Okay. And Trump and Trudeau fight if you're going see that. So this means you're okay. Oh, it's like a starting, right? Initiating. Oh. Happy times come slow. Right? I don't have an internet.
websites and things.
Why you
things
surf
about it.
internet?
Well, I don't even follow
I
all
do.
things, but if
You have internet?
Guys, do we have internet?
Yes, that's VMware.
Yeah, two now.
Oh, it's still loading. You don't get it? Hey, that's not fair. Okay, so it's CNN.
It's not just like I said.
So I'm pinging CNN instead of Googling. What?
You need your coffee. Right?
Yeah, even my laptop needs a coffee.
Did you refresh the map?
In VMware Workstation, we don't do that. So I'll just ping 88888. And if I'm connected to internet, ping. Maybe it's dead slow.
Yeah, just type ping 8888. 888. There is no ping there.
No. Whoa, that was scary.
First time.
Seriously? Okay, so if it's not connecting in VMware Workstation, normally if it doesn't connect to internet with NAT, then we just bridge it.
For people, you don't need to turn off the workstation.
No, we don't need to.
Why not do NAT, sir?
No, that in VMware Workstation, the heartbeat works
Oh, yeah.
to each other with NAT as well. In VMware Workstation only, not in. So I'm just bridging that third network card just to get internet connection. You can also try it. And then I'll just ping -T. And one day, Monday or Sunday, when it changes.
So
I'm out.
can they start installing SQL?
No, it's different because it's still over cluster. We
Okay.
must wait. I think you will need to troubleshoot.
I just want you to shoot.
Slideshow says,
You will need to
Oh, that's just basic internet connection. Oh, it's not bridging even. Seriously?
It's identifying.
I hope I'm not using static IP here. I'm sure I'm not. I don't know why I'm even checking that. Okay, so seriously, I was just praising so much VMware Workstation. I'll just trigger it again by switching to NAT.
My first time to laugh for them.
Loaded.
Yeah, very smart.
It's a 300. Oh, okay, no.
The free one always is good. It's open source. It's open source.
not always.
Always.
Well, at this time, yes, it is good. If not always. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yay!
And there you not go. Oh, my internet connection actually
Yeah, it's a cable. Yeah.
is not good.
Sir, the blue one is connected to the phone, the white one.
No.
It's a hub.
It's saying it's a hub. It's playing as a hub.
Uh,
But now, no, it always like from here. But now, no phone.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
No
so
one
you won't be able to call security if something happens. to the
Oh man, are you planning something like that?
Let's go, let's go. No.
Oh, he actually revealed the plan already.
my server
I don't think that's a problem,
getting the internet, but server
I
5
don't see the cable. Since you have a pin, then it's
It's done.
One professor actually called security one day.
Oh really?
One kicked the guy hardware.
where?
Kicked him out of the class. Environment was like, okay.
Okay.
Alright guys, so since I will one day get internet connection, so we can start that SQL server because you guys have internet connection, so we can at least start that and you can go home early, right? Oh, wow, that reaction on the faces. Okay, so let's go ahead. And so what we need to do is I will keep on shooting that one day, Monday or Sunday, I'll get it. So right now, in the break, yes, but right now, okay guys, so let's go ahead and let's try to go for it. So guys, make sure now this step is done, and that is
Done.
so do you have the oh sorry, not that,
Oh, I just disable and enable again.
the network card? Okay, thank you, sir.
Come on, sir.
Alright guys, here, so do you have on server 4 and 5 the ISO SQL Server attached? Is it done? ISO SQL Server attached? In the back as well. Yes, in the back as well. Okay guys, if it is attached, let's start the installation. So I'm just gonna attach that because I didn't do that. So server 4, and while I have this, while I'm here, so I'll just go to that. I'll disable that Ethernet 2 and enable that, and we'll follow up with that. So now what we need to do is see this. I was on. Okay, let's go to this screen, SQL Server installation, and we're gonna go for new SQL Server failover cluster installation. That's the second one, and after that, we'll just carry on with our named instance, which is evol, and we're gonna give the name GB cluster here because we're gonna create a cluster name. Okay, so we're gonna be reaching here. So guys, I'll just start that now on this server. Let's go to our yellow folder or the file explorer, and because I don't have the SQL Server attached, so I'm just gonna attach that now on C4 and then double click it. Browse, we go here and there, exactly. Thank you. Okay, so double click that and just initiate that first page. Press yes.
I have one warning. How can you have one warning? Didn't do anything. Distributed transaction coordinator cluster.
Well, we're going to install on server 2 later. Okay, it's starting. SQL Server 2014. If you're on the first page, let's go to the installation on the left side. Second one on the top left. If it opens for me.
You click yes. Somewhere.
I create one. Okay, there you go. So it's there, and let's have a celebration on that. So let's go for installation, the second one. And once you're there, do you see this? New SQL Server failover cluster installation. So guys, first of all, which one, you have to see which one is the active one, right?
4.
In my case 4, but some of them have 5 as well, right? So
4. I said I was the first one to say.
okay, so launch a wizard to install a single node SQL Server 2014 failover cluster. So in fact, if you remember which node is that, it's okay. Let's go ahead and click that new SQL Server now. So once you click that new SQL Server failover cluster installation,
Usually where do we check which one is the active?
so did we click that new SQL Server failover cluster?
What do you put on the sales cluster? Without the server file.
Okay, go ahead.
Wow, that is slow.
Yeah, your machine is
Uh,
We're done. See? We're waiting for you now, sir. Yeah, third, take that off.
Really? Oh.
still not being developed.
Alright guys, so do not look at my product key here. Thank you. Look, bird. Okay. So here, next,
Next.
and I accept the license terms. We do not want to improve this product, so we're not going to click this button, right? Actually, we want to. So next, so I accept these terms, and next, and after that, we need internet connection now.
Since you don't have internet, we have the option to use Microsoft Update to share that.
Yeah.
Show details.
Well, right now it's thinking.
Oh, I think you have to.
Yeah, we all installed it.
We should be able to.
So is it saying something wrong here right now? Is it still checking?
So for me, we have one warning, but they said, okay, since we have Windows Server.
Oh yeah.
so then we are good.
How did you go to that menu? We just pressed it.
Hey guys, so now I'm on this screen. Are we all on this screen?
Oh, yeah.
We skipped that one already, I guess.
So
I clicked that and clicked that.
okay. So select this, use Microsoft Update to check for updates. If you selected this screen, I hope we all selected the screen. Then we click next.
It's a warning.
And there you go. So we all got it?
You know what?
No, just you.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead and click next.
Yeah. I have only warning, but I said it's
Warning
fine.
is okay, right?
Oh, I think there's a break time coming.
You want me to troubleshoot?
Man, it's just internet connection. Don't worry, I'll troubleshoot that.
You can go troubleshoot.
I'm using
I mean, we are now stopping. See?
Bridge, right?
I use Bridge and ITCertifications and then
Oh, okay. Thanks, sir. I'll try that again. You know, Bridge was not even working for me.
it should be work. I work for you, by the way.
Come on, sir.
Hey, it's my machine. It's not me.
He uses your machine too.
Oh, no, he's using my machine on his machine.
This is the open.
Sir, you are doing that for 05, not for 04.
Yeah, I'm doing it for both.
Did you decide?
Well, yeah, well, when you click diagnose, it restarts the network card as well.
Sir, so what we
I will put a time limit then. Within 2 minutes.
sir, what we do?
They have to.
We wait for you? Or what? We continue?
No, we do not continue until. Okay, so guys, if you need a break. So do we need a break?
Yes.
Because you must have a break anyway. There's no choice, right? Although we're following the same screenshots, but let me just check that if you can start that installation. There are certain things that I need to explain as well, so I don't think you should be going ahead. We need to reach this, which is configuration, instance configuration. So try not to fix. The default gateway is not available. Ethernet does not have a valid IP configuration.
Sir, can we
like
install and wait?
Yeah, exactly. Let's do the break during the.
Yes. So guys, take a break, 20-minute break, and then try to come as late as possible. And
The installation will waste our time. Let's do it.
no, 7th.
Can we install and then go for
Okay, somebody already left.
Oh, okay.
So I wanted to you to install. Oh, during the installation, I will give you the review as well, right? During the installation, so we can use that time for review. So you don't have to wait for after the lab is done. So 7:33, 43, 53. So 7:55 we start the class.
You want me to troubleshoot?
Class starts.
You want me to troubleshoot?
It's same VMware.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, it's going to troubleshoot.
It's internet, guys. I've been doing that.
See, you have it now.
No. No, I will just delete the card and start it again. Add it again. Ethernet to.
Yeet. Hey, let's go. Let it be.
Yep. Hey, we're all stuck, right?
No, just you.
Oh,
Sam, it's your turn. Go.
we will then have to wait till 10, right?
Go, Sam.
What?
Go.
What?
Okay.